It's time for Classy News of the Day with Hoppe and SuperRICH.
Hey, Ryan.
What's going on, everybody?
You want to call the show and talk about the guy who was peeking in on kids, that sick dirtbag pedophile. 847-866-9687 with my controversial opinion that once you're convicted, you should just kill yourself, or you should be killed.
Let's grab our pitchforks and weapons and march our way on up to Minnesota and get this guy.
All right. On that note, what's all fun? Classy news of the day.
Well, this is in Georgia. University of Georgia professor sought a happy drug from a student. And this is in Athens, Georgia, at UGA. A UGA psychology professor is facing multiple charges after he allegedly asked a student to bring him a prescription drug from out of the country.
Oh, geez. What happened?
UGA Police Chief Jimmy Williamson told Channel 2 Action News that Charles Lance found out that one of his students was going to Mexico for spring break. In front of an entire class, Lance allegedly asked the female student if she could bring him back some bupropion. Bupropion. Yeah. Bupropion. I don't know what that is, but...
I've never done that.
It's the one you haven't done. I'm kidding.
Lance described the prescription drug as the, quote-unquote, the happy, horny, and get skinny drug.
It's an antidepressant, so it's supposed to, like, get you up and about the day.
You said it gets you
It's
skinny?
also Wellbutrin. It's Wellbutrin.
Okay, okay. Later, Lance allegedly asked again to get the drug for him. He showed her the pill bottle and told her how to get it. The student didn't get the drug and instead went to a university administrator, and that administrator called UGA police to investigate. Police issued a search warrant on his office where they found other prescription drugs that were not in their original containers.
Are kids in the South just like popping antidepressants because they have to cheer themselves up because they're in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
In the South for once, and there's nothing to do. Like, why are kids down there doing it?
Like when they all freaked out when there was like
an inch of snow.
When there was like an inch of snow.
Oh my God!
Oh no, there's icy rain. I can't drive. Let's back up the expressway for a day.
Didn't you say this was a teacher though?
Yeah. This is a UGA psychology professor.
He must hate his kids then.
He's a psychology professor and he needs psychological help. So
oh jeez,
it's interesting. The university put Lance on administrative leave without pay depending on the outcome of human resources. He was a tenured professor, so he was tenured. Lance was charged with 3 counts of possession of prescription drugs not in proper container, 1 count of attempt to obtain dangerous drugs throughout fraudulent means. Lance has not gone to the Athens Clark County Jail.
All right, and what else is
going on in the world
of classy news?
This is in North Carolina.
What part?
Lincolnton, North Carolina.
Trashy town.
Any idea where that is?
It's their Walmart in Lincolnton. It's their town in Lincolnton should actually be like a tourist attraction where you go, kids, this is why you don't have sex with someone you're related to.
Right.
You can always judge a town by its Walmart.
Yeah.
You, that's actually, Mark, legit true. What's the trashiest Walmart you've ever been to?
Oh God, mine was in poor part of Michigan on my way to my cabin.
Close to where?
I don't know what I want to say.
Talk up a little bit.
I want to say like, I don't know. It was close, kind of by Indiana.
Okay, so it was like
on the border,
around Michigan City, Indiana, or something like that, where it's like almost in Michigan.
But it was more in Michigan. Like it was in Michigan. It was just kind of by the border.
Was it sort of like by like New Buffalo, kind of?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Go on.
I want to say like, I don't know what it was called.
If you remember, say it. But what happened when you went to that Walmart?
Well, okay, this one had a McDonald's there, but
it's already off to a great start
McDonald's
there.
Inside of it,
yeah,
already off to a great start.
I've never seen that. It's usually Subways and that. Wow, what a classy place! You get your Mickey D's for dinner, and then you buy your like overtime meal, right? Or
you probably buy your guns there too. I don't know.
And everything else.
But like what happened was it was crazy. First of all, everybody there, like everybody seemed like the Walmart was affiliated with a gang. Like it was like everybody. Like I didn't know if they were selling meth or like laundry detergent. Like,
I bet they were like they did have meth.
Low key.
Yeah, very low key.
But
though.
no, okay. So we're eating, and this girl starts freaking out. Like this little girl. No, the dad's yelling at the girl because his kids ate before he got to the table. They started eating.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is so wrong. I'm going to punish you at home. Like I pretty much saw domestic violence.
Yeah.
at the McDonald's within a Walmart. It was
man.
one of the craziest.
Nice,
experiences of
classy
my life.
people.
Yeah.
And actually, it's kind of ironic because I mean, I've been to a couple WalMarts, and actually, WalMarts that like are in like not like unknown places, but different places. Like I was in a Walmart in South Dakota. It was very nice, and the Walmart by Western Illinois University in Macomb, Illinois. That's actually a really nice Walmart, and there's not really trashy people there.
Ryan, do you ever notice how like their lights are barely lit?
Right.
And the ground's dirty. And it's
Right.
just, like, why is it lights at? Like, when you go to Target, it's like decent. It's lit. Everything's red.
Right.
It's a little more upbeat and
Like-
middle class. Like Walmart is just, it looks like a dungeon of
Right.
just cheap prices.
But
and
they're
all
so
the
cheap.
yeah, and all the WalMarts around me, like around where we live in the Chicago area,
God.
aren't very nice. I feel like they're a lot more nicer outside of the
The
Chicago
one
area.
by SIUE down in Edwardsville, where I used to go to school, was like the nicest Walmart I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
where I got my ears pierced. In case
The
anybody
one
was
by my
wondering.
house in Mount Prospect was, when it opened up, it was flashy. It was decent. It wasn't well lit, but it looked clean. It's
I
been open
remember
for
that.
like 2 years now.
The one in Vernon Hills is horrible.
I've heard the one
I'm glad they built a super
The
Target.
Gurnee one's kind of nice.
Yeah? I
Yeah.
don't think I've been to that one, but yeah.
And then the one in Elgin, my mom went there one time because she's a home nurse, and she actually has to work in that awful part of Elgin, like the ghetto.
My dad used to work there.
Yeah, and she works by the...
Not at the Walmart, right?
No.
She works my mom works by that casino, that like boat in downtown Elgin, like right by the ghetto, because she's like a home nurse. And she one time bought us some like food from Walmart, and she said it was insane. It was just awful. It was trashy. There was actually dirt on the ground. It was like snowing out there. It's like wet on the ground. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't mopped. Second point about Walmart, real quick. I just love talking about Walmart. It's great. I have a bunch of like relatives that live in like Greensboro, North Carolina, like the whole Triad area, like Winston-Salem, and then what's the other one? High Point,
Is Winston-Salem where the
Wake Forest.
the witches? The witches?
What?
The
The
Salem witchcraft thing?
Oh, no, that's Salem, Massachusetts,
That's
right?
not the same thing.
I think that's Salem, Massachusetts,
Wait, check that.
where they would throw rocks at the people who they thought
Does
were
your family
witches.
do witchcraft, Hoppy?
Not that I know of. Maybe behind my back they're trying to curse me.
You come home and they're like, come gather around the cauldron.
No, it's like when it's like when I come home, they like have to clean everything up. Oh my God, Ryan's in the driveway. Clean everything up. I come in. Hey Ryan, how was your day at school? Same as. No, but back to my point about Walmart.
Yeah.
And so I'm there, dude. Saggy pants. One guy had a boombox, and he's just playing like Gucci Mane in one aisle, just blasting. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I'm a beat her like a dog, treat her like a dog. Like it's a domestic abuse song. I'm like, what the hell? The next aisle, it's this redneck family.
Yeah.
Their shirts, I swear to God, was the
Hey, at least they had
Aryan
shirts
Nation.
on.
Yeah, thank God they wasn't showing their boobs.
Yeah.
You could see it though; they were sweaty, and their shirt was the Confederate flag.
No way.
I swear on my life, best part.
Well, at least it was a shirt. I'm sure everybody else
Right.
had wife beaters on.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
this
then
is
like
true.
you see a lot of wife beaters there too, but the guy that had the red
And actual wife beaters.
wearing the wife beaters, and the best part about it is the guy that had the flag on his shirt.
Yeah.
They have this trend down in the South. I don't know if you guys saw it in like Edwardsville, where it's like the middle of nowhere, but it's like they have their earlobes down, like it hangs.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that before.
It's hideous.
I think they're called plugs. You're talking like
Yeah.
when they put those things in.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's
sometimes they
huge.
get really big. Yeah.
I saw somebody at Six Flags with that.
That
It
is
was
the
nasty.
worst trend ever. Did you know that stuff smells? Like if you,
Yeah,
I've never personally.
It's not good
smelled,
for you.
but-
It's like bad
yeah.
for your blood movement.
If
It's
you
not
make
good.
them big enough, they don't grow back.
Oh, man.
And this
That would be
dude,
horrible.
He was like moving his head back and forth, bobbing his head, and his earlobes were moving. It was so
Oh, that's gross.
you could tell the guys doing it on purpose. Like, yeah, I got cool earlobes.
Yeah.
I don't have a GED, but I got my earlobes, and I flip burgers at the local Hardee's.
So,
Dude, I love the South. You know what I mean?
unfortunately, yes.
So what happened in this?
Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm glad we never saw this, hopefully. North Carolina police seek a man who sucked toes at Walmart. Yeah, sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? Police say a man in North Carolina.
It sounds normal for
Right.
Walmart.
I was expecting that.
Police say a man in North Carolina sucked a woman's toes at a Walmart after he convinced her he was a podiatry student and persuaded her to take off her shoes. That doesn't make any sense. Detective Dennis Harris said the woman agreed to try on several pairs of shoes at the discount store in Lincolnton.
How dumb is she?
And that at
How
some point...
gullible, and how much of an imbecile is she where she's like, okay, I'll take off my shoes at Walmart where the ground isn't cleaned and mopped.
Right.
Yeah, I might get ringworm, but it's worth it.
And at some point during the process, the man stuck her foot in his mouth.
Nice.
It's probably
I don't get
smelly
people
and crappy.
who, like Rex Ryan, who just goes, yeah, I love feet. I find feet to be hideous.
Yeah.
Rex Ryan said that?
They're pretty gross.
He had that video. That's what broke Deadspin, was when they had that like softcore porno with him and his wife. It didn't show anything, but he like pulled her over. You guys haven't seen that?
I haven't seen it,
I have to find it.
but I
Keep
know
talking.
about the story.
Are we talking about the
yeah,
guy
the
with Michael Vick?
yeah.
The guy who likes
No,
Michael
Rex
Vick?
Ryan, the fat coach of the
Yeah,
Jets.
yeah. He's now
He's not
dating
fat
Michael
anymore.
Vick.
Oh, yeah.
He is now dating Michael Vick.
I got it. This is...
Really?
Oh, wait, first, here's the thing.
Is that
We're
a
gonna-
kid?
No, that's his wife. We're going to...
Wait, no. That's a 10-year-old.
She's very homely looking. Ryan, we'll finish this up, and then we'll get to this. I want to organize a show like a director. So what else does it say?
Harris said the man apparently tried the same thing at another Walmart 15 miles away, where he told a woman he was conducting a survey on the feet of different races and
How dumb are
nationalities.
you for that? I might get it if you actually think that he's trying to be a podiatrist. That might seem potentially possible, but why would he be at?
Yeah, he convinced her that he was a podiatry student. The second woman also agreed to take off her shoes, but left when the suspect asked her to remove her socks.
We should go to like Hooters and be like, we're
And
doing
police
a
are looking for the
survey
man.
of what the average nipple looks like, so we're trying to sketch it out. Can we see your boobs?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, that'd work. All right, here's the Rex Ryan foot video. I love this. You guys are going to love this, but it'll creep you out at the same time.
Although you can't see it, so that's probably a good thing. Because
Yeah.
I have to sit and watch
So it's her feet up on like the driver's window, and she's being pulled over by Rex Ryan, who would look like a cop because all suburban cops are fat. So here it is.
Wow, they're like really soft. They're, like,
That is a
really
kid.
soft.
So she's like has her feet up, and he's like rubbing them. He's like, they're really soft. Here's what else happens.
Yeah.
I'd like to take good care of them.
She said, I like to take good care of her feet, and she's like wiggling the toes. You know, Rex Ryan's just getting hard or not. Like, oh yeah, I love how you wiggle your toes, baby.
Are we sure she's not on a school bus right
All
now?
right, let the.
Dude, she's not that young looking. What the hell's wrong with you?
She does kind of look young from afar.
Kinda, but
Dress them up. Pretty shoes. Show off.
Wow, they're like really soft. Like, really soft.
sort of like my quarterback's confidence, really soft.
Right.
Not anymore. Mark Sanchez got
Michael
released.
Vick.
Yeah, he got released. It's the Michael Vick era now.
Yay.
Killing dogs and sucking toes. New slogan of the New York Jets.
And getting DUIs.
Yeah.
No, I love it though. Her feet are up. He's like, wow, oh, they're really soft. He's all creepy.
Right.
God, he's weird.
They're like really soft.
You know, some people say I
She's like, I've been told that before. Thank you.
Yeah, let's just play the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to take good care of them. Dress them up. Pretty shoes. Show off.
I like to put on my socks and then put on my shoes. Who the hell says I like to dress up my feet? I hate my feet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I do
Like,
too.
you have to be a weird foot fetish person if you like to dress
I have
up
pretty
your feet.
small feet too. For like,
I have size
like I'm
18.
not that tall, but size 18. Holy sh! I almost swore. I'm like a 10 and a half, something like that.
I'm 18, dude. Oh my god, the amount of times I've heard from somebody at a party, dude, what size is your kicks, man?
You know what they say about big feet?
Big. Okay, back to the clip.
Wow, they're like really soft.
Stop saying that.
I was gonna say big nose, but no, no, I'm kidding.
Big penis. All right. Stop saying that, Rex Ryan. Those feet are really soft. Man, I just rub them all night, babe.
They're like really soft.
You know, some people say
Is it just like replaying the same like 15 seconds?
It's just the same line over and over.
Yeah.
Like it's the climax. Like if
That's
you
what I
missed
thought it was.
for everybody watching it on like a porn site, they're like, "Yeah, keep saying it. I love hearing it's really soft." Ugh, it's just creepy. Just, who finds this sexy?
I don't know, man.
I'd like to take good care of him and dress him up.
Who the hell dresses up their feet? Mark, do you like to dress up your feet? Just on an average afternoon, like, I'll just clean this really sensually.
I have different. Are we talking about dressing up my feet?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what his wife said when he was rubbing them.
You see, that's a coincidence because like every Sunday I dress my feet up to go to church in these little outfits, and then
You go to church.
no, my feet go to church. I don't actually pay attention, but
He sticks
one
his feet
does.
through the door.
my
church-
right one's Catholic and my left one's Jewish. They don't get along well, you know.
My one foot is agnostic, and then my second one's like a hippie or something. I don't know. I just find church to be boring.
Right.
I want to believe in God, man.
I've never willingly gone on my own. I've been dragged there by my grandmother to the Catholic Church, but I've never gone to church, nor do I have any desire to ever go.
I almost went today.
Which is ironic because the next show is Sunday Morning Sunrise, getting you ready for church. So
I almost went today, and then I was like, no.
I never go because I'm not.
I haven't
a
gone
religious
to
person.
church since like George Bush was in office.
I'm not even sure if I can.
At least.
Thanks, Obama. No.
What is Obama doing that bracket?
Obama made me not go to church today.
Speaking of Obama, real quick,
Yeah.
I saw these like guy in radio. I actually tweeted at him, and he tweeted back. He's like, "Of course Obama's doing his bracket and not helping out America. You know what? We're never gonna get out of debt. We're $17 trillion in debt. Our debt has been added $200 billion since he's come into office. If you're gonna even tweet that, like, what do you think he's gonna do in those 5 minutes? He's not doing the bracket.
Yeah, I'm a little worried because I think no matter who we have in office, it's
We're
never
done.
going.
We're done.
I feel like nothing's going up. Everyone is like so like depressed about everything, and that's because it just keeps getting worse and worse. No matter who you have in office, George Bush, Obama, Mitt Romney, it didn't matter who was in it.
My dog
doesn't
could be
help.
president.
Yeah. I think your dog would do a better job, honestly.
Yeah, you would vote for my dog?
I'd definitely vote for
Winston for president?
I wouldn't vote. I think Carmela might be good.
She's just such a whore. And I can say that on the radio.
Yeah, you can say horror.
Yeah, he always
She's
calls his
dog
dog
with
a
wide
whore.
canyon. It's from South Park. They call somebody like a bear with wide canyon.
That's funny.
So here it says this: Beijing hotel workers, and we're not going to talk about this because we don't like to talk about politics on our show.
And also because we don't know enough to put together
will.
coherent sentences about politics.
We all sound like cretins.
Yeah.
All right, but it says Beijing hotel workers already fed up. They are already fed up with Obama's entourage in 3,400 square foot, 8,000 per night suite. And they are inconveniencing everybody. And the first lady is barking at the workers. Number one, what is your debt? Like, Ryan, think about it this way.
That's extremely racist.
What? What's
Barking
racist?
at the workers? No, it is.
You said it.
Yeah,
It
no, I
is.
get what he's saying, though.
They could have said, I would have rather them say,
Yelling at the
being
workers.
with an itch-ing. As in,
Being
I don't know if
with
I can
itching.
say that or not.
What are you on right now? Some
bitching?
like Kush?
Here,
Listen.
what's the national debt right now? Read that off if you
17
can. I don't know. Is that trillion or
17
billion?
trillion.
Yeah.
If it was billion, that'd be nothing.
Right.
Dude, it's added 2.7 billion every day since 2012. Like, Obama, money's going to be irrelevant when we're dead. Like, if we keep going at this rate in 100 years, they'll be like, oh, yeah, remember when they had that green paper to buy things? Yeah.
Remember when
funny.
they had that? Yeah, I mean,
Dude, why are
pretty
you
soon
buying an $8,000
pretty
No.
soon everyone's going to be the same. It'll be like the 1950s with that conformity stuff, where like everyone's going to have the same amount of money, everyone's going to be doing the same stuff, and there's not going to be, there's not going to be any more classes. It's just going to be one class.
Like, I don't expect you to go into a Motel 6, but I don't expect you to be in a 800 or an $8,000 per night suite and then be a complete bitch to everyone, Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
You were
I
supposed to
don't
be this next Hillary Clinton, where you change women and you empower them, and you're
Yeah,
supposed to help
okay.
people lose weight and build gardens. You've
She's
been
going way over the top of that losing weight stuff too.
She's done a lot, though. Come on,
No,
she's
she
tried.
hasn't. She's done
tried.
deadly squats.
Well, what
She's
has
done
Obama
jack
done,
squats.
right? Okay, in comparison,
They've
she's
done
fine.
nothing. That whole family has been nothing. They're supposed to change
But Hillary
fashion.
and Bill were the first gay couple in the office. That is true. You can't.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And then Bill tried to tamper with his
fat chicks.
did tamper with the fat chicks,
Bill said,
trying
"Is
to
this a
change
vagina?"
himself. Yeah,
I haven't seen this.
Never seen this before. Haven't seen this since high school.
Girls have something different than us?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I swear.
Dude, I love your voices. But honestly, though, what are you doing? Why are you being a bitch to everyone? You represent America, you dumb bitch, Michelle.
That
And I'm
doesn't
not
mean
saying
much
that.
anymore. Representing America is not a good thing anymore. I
The
don't think.
number one show on cable is the Kardashians, those skanks. It really doesn't say anything anymore. I'm done, man. We are screwed. Idiocracy's upon us. Like, that movie
Yeah.
is going to be the description of America in 100 years. Like, they're going to show it in
Less
class.
than that.
It's now. Like,
Yeah.
you could literally show that movie in class, and it's just like watching now. Like, it's all about sex. It's all about violence. It's all about sex.
We need to
Sex,
have a good
money.
old purge, is what we need. We
What's
need to
that?
have the purge.
What's that?
Have you seen that movie, The Purge,
I think
where
it was a book first.
it may have been a book first, where there's like a 12-hour period, one day a year, where you can do whatever you want and there's no consequences. So people just go out and kill people, and it's supposed to reduce the population so people don't get overpopulated and stuff.
I don't want that.
It's actually a really good movie, and I don't agree with that. I was kidding when I said we should have a
I know.
purge. But, yeah, I mean, that technically is probably the best way to not overpopulate,
Dude.
is to kill people. Whether it be right or wrong, which is not right.
Ryan,
Yeah.
can you imagine if there was a purge? I feel like there'd be a lot of people who would want to kill me. I'm not even kidding. A lot of people.
You'd have to
where me and
stay
Ryan
in your
go to school.
closet or something. You'd have to lock
Or just come-
yourself in the closet.
Or just come to class late. Like, I've never done that before. Like, it's just like, I feel like it'd be very overwhelming we'd find out who would want to kill each other. Like, it'd just be kind of weird.
Right. Well, and in the movie, you're also able to go and steal stuff. You can rape people if you so choose. You
yeah,
can.
I don't like the
Yeah,
purge anymore.
you can do whatever you want. It's just very dangerous.
Yeah. All right. Portions of W and yours programming may be purging and inappropriate for younger, more sensitive listeners. WNUR believes this to be artistically and culturally significant.
We will play this music only between the hours of 11:30 p.m. and 6 a.m. when Sunday Morning Sunrise takes over.
And I say this because up next is Shad the Poet, my friend, with Drew the Artist, Mean Mug and Ho, and WNUR 89.3.
You looking? Why you mean mugging hoe? Why you mean mugging hoe? Why you mean mugging hoe? I see you looking. Why you mean mugging hoe? Why you mean mugging hoe?
The Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Hoppe and Super Rich. Only on WNUR 89.3 FM.